Might be a strange scene to you, but really I'm just sitting by a window. I wanted to tell a story about a cartoon that my son and I used to watch. Sure, you all have heard of it. It's called ScoobyDoo. So, ScoobyDoo had a rendition, a more modern version of the show that came out in the 2000s, 2006, 2007, 8. I remember watching it in 2009. So, Simple Plan sang the music for it. Now, we all remember the old Scooby Doo, back when they colored the whole faces and there were no whites in the eyes and they were always running. And you could see the background scrolling behind them. The show that I was thinking about, and you're probably wondering where this is going. Well, I'll tell you. There was one episode where they kind of did kind of like a mock-up of Westworld, right? They go to this Western town vacation where you can experience real Western things, but all the tourist attraction people, like there were no workers. There was like one person or two people that were real people. Everybody else were robots, right? And they were all like AI, and of course they start malfunctioning, and and the Mystery Inc. team, Freddy, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby, they were trying to like run from them because these robots were trying to kill them. So regardless of that, I mean, this is not one of those weird conspiracy videos that I love to make, but this one's more about one character in that show. There's this chubby lady, and she's kind of like a self-appointed realistic historian in the show. So every time they're going around this mock ghost town and these cowboys are reenacting a shootout, she's like, they never used these, and they used revolvers, and she's the one person in the group that always pointed out the discrepancies. I know you know the person. I know you all have one in your family that when you pull out the veteran that watches a war movie, or like, those aren't the kind of guns they used in China. It's just like, okay, we get it. It's not perfect. So there's this character in the cartoon. She's popping in and out every once in a while saying funny things. And so, they're in the little boot shop and Daphne's like, oh my God, pink boots. And then this woman pops in. All of a sudden she's behind Daphne. She goes, they never made pink boots back then. Of course they didn't, but there's always that one person. And my favorite part, I think it was probably the 6th or the 7th time they're moving along in the show, and toward the end, somebody was all like, well, yee-haw! And all of a sudden you see this woman walk by in the background, all you hear her say is, they never said yee-haw! I don't know why that was hilarious. They never said yee-haw! It's like, okay. And so, why are you bringing this up, Shannon? Why does anybody care? Because even in the YouTube world, there is that one person that always, like, I was watching videos and reading through some comments about, amazing things caught on tape or close call encounters. And then there's always like one comment. There is always one that somebody's all like, donkeys don't really sound like that. Or, you shouldn't feed chickens dairy. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And it's just like, thanks. So glad you're here. And you wonder why nobody invites you to the parties. But I don't know why this has been sitting on my mind constantly for like the last 2 months. And finally I figured, you know what? If I just make a video of it and get it out of my system. So this is what I'm going to do. I know it sounds funny, but if ever I see a situation, and this happens to me all the time, where somebody has to correct something or make that comment where they want to dot the I's and cross the T's, I'm just going to make a comment or make a video or say the words, they never said yee-haw. And nobody else will get it except you guys. So keep an eye out for my comments and see if you see it. And then I just laugh. I mean, so what? It's not a perfect world. I have like one more video to make. It's not about this, but I had to get this YEE-HAW thing out of my system, and now I have. I don't know if I feel better about it, but I said it. Okay? There. I said it. Stay salty.